online. Online is what I love. I love your online one. Online is when you use your website to sell your blogs, or you use ebooks. People just get the ebook. In fact, a lot of ways. Okay, welcome everyone. My name is Love Oladele. I'm your uncle. I'm not your book reviewer today. I'm your uncle. We have a lead book reviewer for today. Sometimes I do the book review, sometimes we change. We run this, I run an NGO called TLI Foundation, and one of our major core is to help to build capacity of Nigerians and Africans and the world, all our friends all over the world. So in the community called TLI community, basically what we do is build our capacity. Hey, this is not easy. Like my friend Kisley would also say, no, just let us be consistent and people will come. A lot of people don't like to read again. I don't know why. For us in Nigeria, I remember those days when I was growing up, someone said, if you keep money, if you want to hide things from Nigeria, keep it in books. They won't see it. Well, some of us refuse to be that. If you keep money in the book, I will see it. The only thing is that as we go along, we get busy. Like now, I am super busy. And this month, we had audio book for the book of the month. We had audio book. So it was the audio book I was reading. I was listening to the audio book, but man, audio book cannot be compared to when you read. Kisley, I think audio, I prefer reading, Mr. Kisley, I prefer reading far. I learn more. I think I prefer reading far than, that is when it comes to books. I simulate more. For me, I love the part. So basically what we do, we don't mute everybody for book club because we feel that only a few. So please, let's respect the space. So when you come in, just mute yourself so that we can, and when you need to talk, unmute yourself. I mean, mute yourself. Yes, unmute yourself when you need to talk. So just that what we are doing. So I'm going to let our chief reviewer do the review. Then I will contribute. Our chief reviewer for today will do the review. We are reviewing the book, Secret of the Millionaire's Mind by Harv Eker. It's quite an interesting book. For me, I see it as more of a motivational, more than a business, but I still learned. There's a lot to learn there. So our chief reviewer, Mr. Kisley, you're welcome. Take over your space.
Thank you very much, everybody. Good evening, very beautiful evening. It has been raining day, and this is our own winter, and the snow has been dropping. It's a privilege to do this review this evening. I think this is already 12 minutes past 5. It's supposed to be an hour program. So I think you spare me 15, 17 minutes to do a review. Then we now bring in questions and answers and contributions. So once again, I want to thank my Oga, Mrs. Love Oladele, my very great sister. So we begin this review. This is our 6th book for the year 2023. And I pray and I know other beautiful books will be out. We are reviewing this book, The Secret of the Millionaire's Mind. The Secret of the Millionaire's Mind by Harv Eker. I'll just run the background of this author. Born June 10th, 1954. He's currently 69 years old. He's based in America, but he's a Canadian. He's a Canadian. He's an author, a businessman who has produced so many theories on wealth and motivation. This book was published February 15th, 2005. So he's 18 years old now, and the book is still making wave. Secret of the Millionaire's Mind. So I said I need just 15, 17 minutes so that I do a review of it. Then any other person can contribute. It's indeed a great book, divided into 2 parts. Part 1 part 2. Part 1 talks about the money blueprint. Part 2 talks about the wealth files. Permit me to let you know we have 42 wealth principles in this book, 42 wealth principles in this book, and 17 wealth files in this book. And after each assignment and wealth files, there are assignments there. After each presentation on wealth files, there are usually assignments. Place your hand on your heart, or place your hand on your head and make declarations. So we begin with part 1, which I said is about money blueprint. Part 1, your money blueprint. I'll just let us know. He said that we live in a dual world, good and bad, the outer laws of money, the inner laws of money, He said not enough to be in the right place at the right time, but you must be the right person in the right place and at the right time. All about your money blueprints. Whatever we are today is about our money blueprints that have been built into our subconscious. Some of us never knew it. Some of us were aware. And that is why being in a book club like this is very good. It helps us to upgrade ourselves and know where we are and know how we can push to our next level. He was telling us that, he said, who are you? How do you think? What are your beliefs? What are your habits or traits? What's your ability to act in spite of fear, in spite of worries, in spite of inconvenience, etc., etc. That's when we now moved into the wealth principle 1. He said your income can grow only to the extent you do. That is perfectly true. Your income can grow only to the extent you do. That's what we call knowledge. No one can grow above his knowledge. If you come into big money when you are not ready for it on the inside of you, you will lose that money. That's what he's saying. He said the increased challenges that goes with more money and success. There's always increasing challenges. There are challenges that goes when you begin to receive more money, more success. He says it's not just having more money that matters. Having more money and keeping it, making wealth and keeping it. You are a millionaire in 2021. You are a pauper in 2022. You are a millionaire in 2023. You are a millionaire in 2024. You are a pauper in 2025, 2026. He said that's not the way to go about it. Then he now said something very important here. He said that the roots create the roots. The roots create the fruit. The roots create the fruit. What is under the ground creates what is above the ground. So that takes us to wealth principle 2. If you want to change the fruit, you have to change the roots. If you want to change the visible, you must first change the invisible. He said man lives in a 4 world, the emotional world, the physical world, the spiritual world, and the mental world. And I think he's perfectly correct here. And man, at the same time, will operate from those 4 worlds to be successful or to be poor. So we live in a world of cause and effect. Money is a result. Wealth is a result. They are not the causes. MJ DeMarco, in his book, he spoke about events and process. What people see are the events. They don't see the process. So this takes us to wealth principle 3. It's money is a result, wealth is a result, etc. We live in the world of cause and effect. If things are not going on well in your outer world, it simply means that things are not going on well in your inner world. Then he came to tell us about what we call the power of declaration. See, declaration, a powerful secret to change. He said a declaration is a statement you make emphatically. You say it out, loud, positive statements. And he said those statements releases vibrations into the universe, which in turn affect your internal man, and your internal man affect your external man. He said that, and I said people, because of controversies, the differences between declaration and affirmation. He said declaration sends signals, message to the universe around you and your subconscious mind. Declaration must be done. He said, well, it's better to face a mirror, looking at yourself in the mirror and make your declaration. Affirmation is simply saying what is already there. Declaration is you want to bring in something new into your being. That takes us to wealth principle 4. Each of us has a personal money and success blueprint, knowingly or unknowingly, agreed or not agreed. already embedded in our subconscious mind. This determines our financial destiny. This subconscious mind is so powerful, whether you like it or not. This takes us to word principle 5, the process of manifestation. TFAR. Our thoughts lead to our feeling. Thoughts, T. Feelings, F. A, actions, our result, arrow. So thoughts leads to feelings, feelings leads to actions, and actions will produce our result. Your financial blueprints are the combination of your thought, feelings, and actions in the area of money, in the area of words. You know, it actually brought in so many things because that thought does not come alone. It comes from programming, what has been programmed into you, knowingly or unknowingly, subconsciously, consciously. It has been programmed that will not form your thoughts. So PTFAR, your programming will affect your thoughts. Your thoughts affect your feelings, your actions, and your actions, your result. Whatever you are today are the results of past programming. Wealth principle 6. When the subconscious mind must choose between deeply rooted emotions and logic, emotions will almost win at any moment. Man by default is run by emotions and feelings. It takes a man who have outgrown emotions and feelings to be at the top. Now, it talks about steps or elements of change. Those elements of change are also what we call the element of reprogramming your blueprint, your financial blueprint. Number 1, awareness. Number 2, understanding. Number 3, dissociation. Number 4, reconditioning. Awareness, where I am right now, where am I now, where am I supposed to be? There's an awareness. Understanding, how am I going to move away from where I am now to a higher level? Dissociation, those past things that I've been doing that have kept me where I am, how do I go away from them? Reconditioning, declaration, that's where declaration actually comes in. He gave out 3 blueprints. He spoke about modeling, modeling. Now he said the source and flow of your income pattern, you must know it. The reason or motivation you have for making money, you also must know it. That takes us to word principle 7. If your motivation for acquiring money or success comes from a non-supportive route, such as fear, anger, retaliation, need to prove yourself, your money will never bring you happiness. So we must be very careful what exists in our subconscious. He said, fear is not a problem, but a habit. Making more money will change to another kind of fear. So fear exists at each level. It's our ability to live above those fears. This brings us to the third influence, specific incidents or accidents that have taken place in our lives before. What did you experience while you were growing up? How were your parents treating money? How were your uncles and aunties treating money? What did your views about money? That takes us to word principle number 8. The only way to change your level of financial success permanently is to reset your financial blueprint, or what we call financial thermometer. That is to reset your financial blueprint, financial thermometer. Just note these 3 things. First, influence, virtual programming. How have you programmed yourself? 3, secondly, modeling. And 3rd, specific incidents that have happened in the past. I want us to note this thing. You can develop your knowledge and become an expert and do all you can, but without the inner tool, our efforts will be useless. So that inner man determines what happens in our outer world. In most cases, we are ruled by our past conditioning and habits. Very true. Word principle 9, consciousness is observing your thoughts and actions so that you can live from true choice in the present moment rather than being run by programming from the past. Our past experience play a major role even in our making money and even our outlook to life. I used to say jokingly in class those days, there's a difference between those who grew up in the village and those who grew up in the city. Plus or minus, advantage or disadvantage. At times you see the difference. Even somebody have a first class and he grew up in the village, it will still manifest. Please, I'm not running anybody. I'm just I'm doing presentation, please. No thought lives in your head rent-free. No thought lives in your mind rent-free. Each thought will either be an investment or a cost. It must either move you towards success, towards wealth, or away from success, or towards success. So that's all about part 1 on the blueprint. So we'll quickly move to part 2. As I said, my 17 minutes is counting. Wealth principle 10, that's where part 2 begins. You can choose to think in ways that will support you in your happiness and success instead of ways that don't. Page 59 precisely. That's when we begin what we call the wealth 5, number 1. Rich people believe I create my life. Poor people believe life happens to me. Now we look at 3 scenarios here about the poor people and the rich people. The blame game, poor people blame game, justifying situations and circumstances, poor people, complaining, poor people. So if you're on this call this evening, please do everything to stop complaining along with Nigeria, the lines of Nigeria, what is happening to Nigeria. Think about wealth, think about dollars. Wealth principle 11. Money is extremely important in the areas in which it works and extremely unimportant in the area in which it doesn't. Wealth principle 12, when you are complaining, you become a living, breathing crap magnet. So complaining takes wealth away from somebody. No, now. Wealth principle 13, there's no such thing as a really rich victim. Nobody is rich, and to some extent, you can call him a victim, unless there's another issues of health or other things that have happened. But most poor people actually see themselves as victims, and they actually become victims. Wealth 5.2, rich people play the money game to win. Poor people play the money game to lose. Wealth principle 13, if your goal is to be comfortable, this one is very powerful. If your goal is to be comfortable, chances are you will never get rich. If your goal is just, let me just be comfortable, let me just pay my children's school fees, let me just pay my house rent, let me just pay my bills, you will never be rich. But if your goal is to be rich, then you might end up being heavily comfortable. Now, he asks us to choose something. Choose your annual income, choose your net worth. Personally, I choose an annual income of $10 billion, and I choose a net worth of $500 billion. I operate in the dollar realm. I don't operate in naira realm. And God is assisting us in that level. That leads to wealth 5.3. Rich people are committed to being rich. Poor people want to be rich. Rich people are committed to being rich. Poor people want to be rich. Wealth principle 14. The number one reason most people don't get what they want is that they don't know what they want. This is very true and true. Some people don't just know what they want. I used to be in that class. They say, okay, they invited you for an interview in NFPC. They ask you, what can you do? You say, I can do everything. Just give me a job. I can do anything. Yeah, man, you don't know what you want. 3 levels of wanting. 3 levels of wanting. Number 1, I want to be rich. I will take it if it falls on my lap. If it doesn't fall on my lap, let it go. Number 2, I choose to be rich. I want to take responsibility. Then number 3, the highest form, I am committed to being rich, giving 100% of what it takes to be rich. On this basis, failure is not an option. Everybody in this call this evening, everybody in this book club, failure is not an option. We are committed to be rich. Wealth principle 15, if you are not fully, totally, or truly committed to creating wealth, chances are that you will be poor. If you are not fully committed, you are not totally committed, you are not truly committed to creating wealth, chances are that you will be poor. Poverty is dirty because you just see week becoming month becoming years. Before you know, the person is already 50, 60, 70. From the eyes, one grows young. People looking at you know you are no longer young. That leads us to wealth 5.4. Rich people think big, poor people think small. Wealth principle 16, precisely. Well, look, he said the law of income. You will be paid the direct proportion to the value you deliver according to the marketplace. Well, look, we are precisely in page 81. The law of income. You will be paid in direct proportion to the value you deliver according to the marketplace. 4 factors that determine your value in the marketplace: your supply, your demand, your quality, your quantity. MJ DeMarco spoke about quantity the other time. How many of your goods or services are reaching enough people per time to determine your wealth? Now, Harv is establishing that again. He said the most important is quantity. How much of your value do you bring to the marketplace, and how many people are you serving? You know, that brings us to word 5.5. Very, very important. Please let's take note of word 5.5. Word 5.5. Rich people focus on opportunities. Poor people focus on obstacles. The truth is this: no risk, no reward. Rich people take educated risk, do the research, do due diligence, and make decisions based on information and facts. Poor people don't want to do all those things. Just tell me, where will I put my money and get 20% every 2 weeks? Your field of focus determines what you find in life. What you focus on expands. I want to emphasize is what you focus on expands. You focus on poverty, complaining about Nigeria, you will remain in one place. Let's focus on making more dollars this year. To be rich, focus on making, keeping, and investing your money. That takes us to Wealth 5-6. Rich people advise other rich and successful people. Poor people resent rich and successful people. Somebody will just drive a limousine into shop right now. The poor man will just say, all these thieves. Imagine, he doesn't know the person before. He doesn't know, that inner resentment drives away wealth and money away from the poor. The rich will say, let me see, is it my fellow businessman? Is it my co-partner? The rich are happy to associate with the rich. The poor resent the rich. Every rich person is a ritualist. Every rich person is a criminal. I think that mentality should go away. It takes money away from us. Wealth Principle 17, page 102. Bless that which you want. He was quoting the philosopher, owner philosopher, that anything you like, you see a fine house. Oh, I love this fine house. God bless the owner. I think I will have my own. He said, by so doing, the universe reacts and gives you your own. Wealth 5-7, rich people associate with positive, successful people. Poor people associate with negative and non-successful people. The exact mindset, the exact action will give the exact result. That takes us to Wealth 5-8. Rich people are willing to promote themselves and their values. This is true. Enter transport by 10, 11 in the night and see the rich people meeting themselves there. The poor man is in one beer parlor in Yanya. Poor people think negative about selling and promotion. Madam Love was just talking about promotion, marketing, selling, promotion. Listen now. Rich people are willing to promote. They are willing to promote themselves and their values. Poor people think negative about selling and promotion. Note, people who usually resent selling or they don't like selling, they don't like marketing, they don't like promotion, they are usually broke and they become poor. Any leader who cannot promote will not be a leader for long, even in politics, in business, in sport, etc., etc. That takes us to Wealth Principle 18. Leaders earn a heck of a lot of more money than followers. But the truth is that for you to be a good leader, you must first of all be a good follower. Wealth 5-9. Wealth 5-9. This is another bullet. Rich people are bigger than their problems. Poor people are smaller than their problems. So the poor people see their problems very big and bigger than them. So they want assistance. They see it as justifiable. The rich people look at the problem and they think it as small. I can overcome this. I will do a synopsis on Wealth 5-9, and I will refer everybody to read that page at the end of this. I have just a few minutes left. Note, getting rich is not a stroll in the park. Getting rich is not a stroll in the park. It is a journey that is full of twists, turns, detours, and obstacles. It is fraught with traps and pitfalls. And that's precisely why most people don't take it. Every rich person has had this obstacle. I watched a film on Elon Musk. He was crying. Oh God, am I going to be a failure in life? He was crying. So they have pitfalls, but they start up again, they overcome it, and they move. Look at Elon Musk today. So it's not all rosy. It has not been rosy. Wealth Principle 19, the secret to success is not to try to avoid or get rid of the strings from problems. The secret is to grow yourself that and become bigger than that problem. Wealth Principle 20, if you have a big problem in your life, all that means is that you are being small or looking at yourself small. The bigger the problem you can handle, the bigger the business you can handle. The bigger the business you can handle, the bigger responsibility you can handle. The bigger responsibility you can handle, the bigger money you can handle. And the bigger wealth you can handle. Your wealth can only grow to the extent that you grow. So when we are saying read, acquire knowledge, knowledge is the key. You can have 1 billion today. You don't have the world, you don't have the knowledge. You see, it has been there now. Ask Mike Tyson, ask other people. The next thing is poverty. Grow yourself to the extent you can overcome any problem or obstacles. T Harv wrote something nice, and I like that. Grow yourself to the extent you can. Nobody will grow you. Nobody will grow you. Grow yourself to the extent you can overcome any problem or obstacles on your way to making wealth. If you are not grown to that level of, if you make the money, you will lose the money until you grow to that extent that it can be kept and it can begin to multiply. You are the container and your money is the substance. So the container must have capacity to retain the substance. Page 117. The question now is, how do I grow myself? The solution is where your mind is focused on. Please focus on the solution and not the problem. Word 510, rich people are excellent receivers. Poor people are poor receivers. Word principle 21, worthy or not worthy depends on you. Poor people always think I'm not worthy to have millions of dollars. Rich people believe I can have it, it's mine, I will possess it. Word principle 22, the 100-foot oak tree. That one I will take time to explain that. Word principle 23, for every giver, there must be a receiver, and for every receiver, there must be a giver. Page 124. Word principle 24, money will only make you more of what you already are. Be excited anytime you receive money. Be excited. He said the universe is watching you and watching your reactions to money. He said you can make declaration, I'm a money magnet. Be a good receiver of money. The part played by the universe can't not be overemphasized. That the universe is rewarding, is watching, and we always reward individuals who will abide by the law. Word principle 25. How you do anything is how you do everything. So if you treat your business casually, you will end casually. If you treat your business professionally, seriously, you will end professionally and seriously. Word 511, rich people choose to get paid based on result. Poor people choose to get paid based on time. Word principle 25, there's nothing wrong with getting a steady paycheck unless it interferes with your ability to earn what you are worth. Now, getting a job takes a lot from you. Taking your time you can never get back again. Just watch it out. Accept the payment is worth it. To get rich, you will need to be paid based on your result. Word principle 26, never have a ceiling to your income. Word 512, rich people think both. I want the money and I also want to have time for my family. Poor people think either. Give me the money, I can make up with my family later. Or let me make up with my family now, forget the money. Word principle 27, rich people believe you can have your cake and you can have your cake and eat it too. Yes, poor people believe you can't have your cake and eat it. Word 513, rich people focus on their net worth. Poor people focus on their monthly income, working income. Word principle 20, the true measure of wealth is net worth, not working income. So now we look at 4 factors that determines your net worth: your income, your savings, your investment, and your simplifications. Your income is divided into 2, your working income and your passive income. So looking at word principle 27, where attention goes, energy flows, and results will show. Word 514, rich people manage their money well, poor people mismanage their money. Word principle 30, until you show you can handle what you've got, you won't get any more. Page 155, the universe will not reward a lazy and indolent person. Word principle 31, the habit of managing your money is more important than the money you have. As I say, you can have 1 billion in 2023 and be poor in 2024. It's not our portion. Word principle 32, either you control money or money will control you, page 160. Word 515, rich people have their money work hard for them. Their money work for them. Poor people work hard for their money. This means we have to move from hard work to smart work. Where your money works for you, that's smart work, where your money works for you. Where you use leverage, the more your money works for you, the less time you will work on the field. Go and ask MJ DeMarco. To work the money, to win the money game, you must be on the high range of passive income. Investment in stocks, other things, business working for you, the business that is making and producing value for people. You see, rich people think long-term. Poor people think short-term. Poor people say, give me 50% in 1 month. And before you know, the money has grown wings and flew away. Don't wait. He gave this thing on properties. I think this thing is so common. He said, don't wait to buy real estate, but buy real estate and wait. Wealth principle 33. Rich people see every dollar as a seed, which can be planted to earn $100 and $1,000 extra. Learn the investment world. This knowledge now, learn the investment world, become familiar with various kinds of investment portfolios and financial instruments. That leads us to word 516. Rich people act in spite of fear. Poor people let fear stop them. Word principle 34. Action is the bridge between the inner world and the outer world. Professor of economics who is teaching economics and does not practice economics. Professor in business, professor in investment, and they do not practice it, they remain poor. Only those who take the action. Here he said, fear, doubt, and worry are among the greatest obstacles to success. Fear, doubt, worry. Just check whether you have any of these. Wealth principle 35. A true warrior can tame the cobra of fear. We're talking on page 176 now. That takes us to word principle 36. It is not necessary to try to get rid of fear in order to succeed. You can tame that fear. Word principle 37. If you are willing to do only what is easy in life, life will be hard. But if you are willing to do what you think is hard, life will be easy. The time you are growing is the time you are uncomfortable. So as a business magazine, there are challenges. He said we should welcome those challenges. It means you are growing. Word principle 38. The only time you are actually growing is when you are uncomfortable. If you want to be rich and successful, you better get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Word principle 39. Training and managing your own mind is the most important skill you could ever own. Training and managing your own mind is the most important skill you could ever own in terms of both happiness and success. Manage your mind. Watch out for thoughts that do not support being wealthy or being happy. He said two things. He said power thinking, positive thinking. Power thinking, nothing has meaning unless the meaning you give to it. Positive thinking, people believe that their thoughts are true. That takes us to word 517. This is very great. Rich people constantly learn and grow. Poor people think they know everything, so they know already. Word principle 40. You can be right or you can be rich, but you can't be both. Every master was once a disaster, so we shouldn't be afraid of mistakes. You can learn to succeed at anything. You can learn to succeed on network marketing. You can learn to succeed on blockchain. You can learn to succeed on forex. You can learn to succeed on anything. Word principle 41. Every master was a disaster. He said it, the fastest way to get rich and stay rich is to work on developing yourself. The rich people order of success is this. They want to be, then they want to do, then they want to have. The poor people have their own order. They want to have that billions first before they do, and they want to be. He said that's a wrong arrangement. And finally, he's saying that there must be a goal. The goal of creating wealth is not primarily to have a lot of money, but to help you grow yourself into the best person you can possibly be. Success is not what it is, who it is. Who am I is totally trainable and learnable. Rich people are experts in their field. Poor people are poor in their field. Middle class people are mediocre in their field. That takes us to finally the last words, principle 42. To get paid the best, you must be the best. As I said, I want to take us very quickly to page 115. Page 115, and then we'll just do a little synopsis there. That's precisely what principle 18. He said this. He said, note that whether you are rich or poor, playing big or playing small, problems do not go away. If you are breathing, you will always have so-called problems and obstacles in your life. He said, let me make this short and sweet. The size of the problem is never the issue. What matters is the size of you. This may be painful, but if you are ready to move to the next level of success, you are going to have to become conscious of what's really going on in your inside. Really, that is where it goes. I want to thank everybody for this opportunity. I want to appreciate Madam Love. I think that's a brief review. I thought 17 minutes. Nobody raised an eyebrow. Please, I want to appreciate everybody. Thank you very much, and God bless us all.
Well, now, who should we raise eyebrow to? Where we are learning? Okay, thank you, Mr. Kingsley. Guys, those of you of the book group, where is Mr. Christopher? Those of you of the book group, you must have seen the book before now. If you have read the book, if you have read this book and you want to make your contribution, let's see your hand. If you have read the book and you want to make your own contribution, let's see your hand. Guys, if you are in the book group, I will drop the book of the month. Make sure you read the book. Don't look for money and forget reading. Your business can never grow more than you. Okay, thank you, Mr. Kingsley. I will just pick out the points that I learned from. I love what he said about value. That I've always known, that the money you make in life is equal to the value. So what value are you giving to the world? You want to be rich, right? You want to be wealthy, right? So what's the value you're giving to the world? So if you want to make money, you need to be that person who is giving value to millions of people. So if you're giving value to millions of people, you can't escape it. You'll be wealthy. So what value are you giving? Then I'll take home again. The second one is commitment. It says it's not about wanting. Before now, I used to use the word, I choose to be rich. No. It's commit, I commit. Now, as part of my own, as part of my own commitment this year, 2023, was that I will never do centralized system where I will be the one giving them my money. And when online investment has proven that 99.9% are scam. So before now, I thought I was doing well. Can you imagine putting money in more than 20 online investment and all collapsing? So it shows that I got it wrong. The things that we ran away from, all of us are now going back. Real estate. After I said crypto give us money more than real estate. Yes, there's money in crypto, but the risk is really high. So I'm not going to leave out being able to maybe buy into a real estate, maybe buy into a coin. If the coin lose money, I will know that, okay, the coin is still there now. Still there that is going on. But what about centralized system that will close shop? All your money is gone. So in being commitment to be rich is me rewiring my brain and I'm using my sense Now, Mr. Casey spoke about DeMarco. We talk about DeMarco alone because a lot in the book club, because about 2 months ago, right, we read one of the best, all of the best and the best and the best book on wealth, which is the Fast Lane Millionaire. Great book indeed. So I'm still reading that book. I'm still picking some points, and he spoke about, he spoke about you being the lender to bank. And in being lender to bank, I realized that one of the things I was doing earlier in my life, which I wish I continued, which in fact I'm going back to, is our money market. I used to say with money market a lot. If you're putting money in money market, you're actually like a lender, because money market is where they get money from people who have the money and lend and pay you interest. At least the money will still be there. All the multi-billions I went to lose online. The other day I had issue with the person I rented office from. I just moved office, and he was like telling me paint this, and I was like, I just looking at it, I just said to myself, I don't blame you. For this Abuja, I suppose don't buy estate like having like estates. if I wasn't careless with my money, but now I'm learning and I'm correcting my mistakes. And just like Kingsley said, there's no business owner. He said Elon Musk was crying when he was watching the video. I wish to watch that video as well. Elon Musk was crying. So we go through this painful experience as a business owner, some painful mistake that we go through. And what we want to do is to now see that we don't do those mistakes like many times. When it comes to online investment, I was foolish because I actually had, and another person will come, oh, don't worry, this company will better. This company, never. No company, no, not even call, before you call the company now, I don't zap. Another thing I picked home was opportunities, not obstacles. That the rich people, they focus on opportunities. In fact, opportunities just abound. It abound. Are you open? Are you open to see, oh, this is an opportunity I can key into? So for me, I'm always very open when it comes to business. Investment, cancel. Opportunity, yes, I can give it a shot. If it doesn't work, I know it will not work. Recently, a friend of mine told me about this. It's been there, but I think they repackage this fuel, and now fuel don't become 500. This energy is something that you buy the fuel and it helps to reduce the fuel consumption. Just about last week, and I said to her, I have businesses I'm focusing on, but I can still get into it, and it's not conflicting what I'm doing. So when it comes to business, I'm open-minded. Really, I am. I'm open-minded that any business can come, and I don't know the business that will bring my billion. So I will just be open-minded. I may not push it the way I may not give you the same energy I'm giving to the other ones, but I'm open-minded. So I told her, okay, let me be open-minded. Let me look at it. And I bought some. I said, look, I will try. If it works for me, maybe I'll tell my staff to go and sell on our plaza and all that. So always just see that things, opportunity abound. Really, it abounds. Not focusing on obstacle. Then you spoke about focus. Focusing on your focus. So when it comes to focus, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't do other businesses, but it means that you should have the one that you focus on. A friend of mine yesterday sent me another business, another friend of mine that this my friend, if you are doing business with her, she gives you a business today. You register under her. Tomorrow she will give you 3 other businesses. So I was asking her about a particular thing yesterday, and she said to me, love, there's a new business about food networkers are coming in. One of the businesses that failed, where many networkers came in, she disturbed me for that business. And I said, sorry, because she's close to me, but I had to distance myself from her because I just said to myself, I know the kind of friend I want going forward. And that is another thing. If you want to be wealthy, you need to know the kind of people you work with. You need to apply board maths. Board maths means brackets, multiplication. That board maths that we did, you need to bracket some people off your life. So when so that business, she constantly came. People were sending her because a lot of people came to me and I said no. So people were like, before they know that when they send her, I would say okay. But when they were sending her, I said no. If you are the devil, they are sending to me this year. Hell no to investment company. And that company, thank God I said no. The company failed woefully. We went with people's money. So yesterday she was telling me, hey, there's this food business, and I said no. It's high time I said no, even if it's a business. It's high time I'm saying no. I'm focusing on a few. So I now told her, I said, look, you two build at least one to the top so that you make the kind of money that those who build one to the top makes. So, so that is it. You learn to focus. You may want to do other ones aside so that you have multiple streams, but focus on at least one and build it to the top. Then he spoke about selling. That one I've learned that I paid $1,000. $1,000. I like to call that $1,000 very well for Grant Cardone training this year. And he said, if you are a CEO, number one thing you need to know is marketing. Number two thing you need to know is marketing. Number three thing you need to know is marketing. Marketing, if you say, I don't want to sell, you're doing network marketing business, and you say, I don't want to sell, I don't want to talk about, you'll be broke. Anybody who is super rich, Dangote, all of them, go and ask them, at one point in their life, they are great marketers. So you must learn how to sell to be able to succeed. So selling is a skill that you must take your time to learn. So if you see me reading 10 books, 8 is on marketing. 8, because I know the importance of being able to sell. For instance, now we're going on radio. As we're going on radio for next week for the event that we have, throughout this week, I'm racking my brain on the right thing to say on radio so that people can come for my event. That is a marketer. It's a plan. I'm doing my calculation. Then another thing is that you have to learn you have to be bigger than your problem. Problem not the finish. Problem not the finish. If I have problem too much, well, this week, my video topic was business easy. That was my business topic. Unfortunately, my camera developed a fault, and my video person went to fix it. But that's what I'm going to do next week. The truth is that if you're doing business inside, you're doing maybe you're doing online, like me when I did for many years. Tax people, if you're in Nigeria, tax people not trace you. But once you launch out, when I set up my NGO and all that, my business clinic, hey, this tax issue, this AMAC go come, generator. So my former building where we were in a duplex, I paid 12 million, and generator was, diesel was consuming almost 200 to 300,000 of my money. And I was, who sent me? I was staying inside my house. But then if I want to grow, I have to face all this problem. It's part of the problem. I have to grow and grow it. So I'm learning to outgrow them, because problem not a finish. So you need to learn to be bigger than your problem. Then getting rich is not a stroll in the park. Yesterday I was having an issue with one of my team members, and I said, you're treating my business as a stroll in the park. You want to come to the office when you like, right? You want to say, I give you assignment, you're not committed to submitting it. Think it's a stroll in the park. Hell no. So that's exactly what it is. Getting rich is not a stroll in the park. You got to work it out. You got to put your butts down. You got to be committed to learning. Then that we're thinking you must always be the giver and not the receiver. A good giver is a good receiver. So there's nothing wrong if people give you gifts. You must learn to receive. There was a day I was going to somebody's birthday. This person is quite wealthy, so I was going to the 50th birthday, and I told one of my moms, what would I give this person? She said, I go and buy clothes, maybe you buy Ankara, very high quality. No, I know a person will wear it or give to somebody. I said, before when I was growing up, I was saying, don't give rich man money. He said, are you not rich? If you're doing birthday, somebody come and give you something, will you appreciate it? He said, look, even the rich, they want gifts. So give it. So don't be a good receiver. Don't look at let me be the only one to give. The hand of the giver is always on top. The hand of the receiver, uncle, is vice versa. So be happy to receive when somebody give you gift. Then the one that said money will make you what you already are. So if you are a rude person, if you have been rude, money will not change it. Money is different from attitude. If you have bad attitude and you're rich, you will still have your bad attitude. If you have great attitude, you'll be rich, you can still be a great person. You still be very considerate with people. So if money just make you, it just widen up who you are. Just let the world know that, oh, this is a rude person all the while. So it's not money at all. Then that the universe will reward you as you think. The truth is that whether we like it or not, our subconscious mind is working. It's just working continuously. So when I was growing up, these days, I don't really like reading motivational books, but I just feel when I was growing up, I read about, before I wrote my first book, I read over 200 inspirational books. So I just say inspirational book don't go through my head too much. So these days I like to read business books, but most business will still contain that atom of inspiration. So the universe, there's a subconscious mind that works for us. So you have to count. catch yourself. I remember when she said he was watching the TV and a lady was awarded like $20 million. And the lady said she doesn't really need it, but she needed to prove the point that other actress can do it. And he was like, you don't need it now, go and give it out. Him that is thinking Millionaire Mind was now thinking, negative immediately about that lady. And he has to catch himself in that act. Starts to tell us that anybody you can think negative. Some people will sit down, they will say Dangote, now government, they give them money, now TV, all of them. Well, sometimes people say that, and me too, I want to. But I will say, forget that one. Think of the positive aspect of Dangote. That guy, they give us petroleum refinery. So think of the positive of what that rich guy is contributing, and forget all those. And you don't even know all the truth anyway, whether not government, they help them, or whether in the front for government, or that will not concern you. So always, catch yourself in the act, because, you want to be that person who is always so focused on thinking right, so that the universe will reward you with what you think. So if you think positive, you think I can be wealthy, the universe will reward you. If you think I can't be rich, the universe will reward you with what you think about, actually. Then choosing getting paid as you produce the results. I remember one time, just about not too long ago, my business was having some issues. So I was like, let me invite my staff. And I invited all of them. I told them that I'm going to be paid. I'm going to register all of them in one of the businesses I'm doing. And I'm not going to pay them salary for like 3 months or 4 months. I'll just give them the account, let them run. One of them resigned immediately. No, I can't cope, blah, blah, blah. The others, as we go on, I just have to go back to paying them salary. And I say, okay, I can't pay you full salary at this time. I'm going to pay you half salary for, because I just realized that they don't want to drive the business. They don't even get the capacity to drive the business anyway. So you need to build yourself to be able to have the capacity to get paid on results, not just on salary. It's better. It's a better way to raise money. So that is the reason why you need to own your skill on selling. On your skills seriously on selling, so that you can be sure that, oh, okay, I want it, pay me on the results. Then you make much more money on getting commission than getting salary, actually. But a lot of Nigerians, unfortunately, we are wired to, for those of us in Nigeria, we're wired for salary. So, but if you are, I think maybe the school has a problem from the school setting itself. But if you're wired to get results, to get paid on results, it's because we are wired on salary. That's why we have civil service that is not working. We have a place where people don't go to office and they're getting paid. But if it's like maybe some places where you're paid per hour, you're paid for the result, I think we'll have a much more driven country, a much more driven economy, if that can happen as well. Okay, so another one is that you should choose both your money and family. You should choose, don't say, you can't have your cake and eat it. Who says? You can have both. You can have your cake and eat it because you can have both life. And that's what I'm trying to do. It's not easy. Sometimes my husband complains, but my children don't complain. I give my children maximum attention. So, but I think my husband needs more attention too, because he says, hey, you're giving all the children your business, all the attention. I understand him perfectly well. Like now I'm doing Zoom. We came back. I just went to welcome him while Mr. Kingsley was talking. I went out, you were busy. And now I said, don't worry, I'll soon finish. When I finish, I'll go and cook and come and meet you. So always look at your net worth. In fact, I learned that because I'm not gonna lie, I don't do calculation of my net worth per se. So I'm focusing more on my net worth now. Look at your net worth. It's very important. A net worth is the totality of what all you have, all your land, all your this, all your that. So look at your net worth. Then the habit of managing money is more important than the income. So important. Oh, hey, I bet my people, we need to learn how to manage our money. A lot of I play in the space online. I play in 3 space more. I play in the space of cost creator. I'm a cost creator. So 30% of the money I make is I get it from cost creation. Then I play in the space of network marketing and the space of affiliate marketing. So like 50% of the money I make, I get from network marketing. Now, what I found out is that many networkers don't have idea of wealth creation at all. Nothing. Such that you're doing a business, you make so much money. So let's say that down the line, like what would happen in many network marketing where maybe people are no longer coming in, maybe the business closed down, you just find out the person is broke. So broke And this is somebody probably made multi-millions in one network marketing. And the next minute the person is broke because no single wealth management in this brain. So one of the things you need to focus on is wealth management. How do you manage your money? This guy spoke about wealth management so much. Even this the Fast Lane Millionaire to the same thing. I think in the past 3 months we have been talking about wealth management because it's so important to manage your money than to all the money you're making. So you now make the money, next thing you're broke because the business don't close or the business is no longer moving because you were just living so large. We're not thinking of, oh, where do I put this money that can be there? So it's so important to learn to manage our money, and that's why he spoke about learning about financial instruments. Yeah, maybe treasury bills, money market, eurozone, so many things that we can, euro bonds, so many things that we can put our money in. So you may want to work with maybe a financial planner that knows what they are doing. So many financial planners, they themselves are broke, so they are just teaching what they don't know, what they are not practicing. Okay, so also think long term, not short term. So when you're doing anything, you want to think long term. And this guy also spoke a lot about real estate. Me, I think I don't know much about real estate, but that's one of my focus now. I want to focus on real estate. Online investment don't fail me. And if you come make all the money again, and I tell people, God, they give me multiple chances. Honestly, God, they give me multiple chances. Multiple chances. Because when I lose the money, God will still bring another business up that will come and help me. Then I'll be foolish if I allow this time around not to have learned with all these things that I'm doing. No. I don't have money to lose again. So now I want to focus on real estate. I want to go back to my money market. I'll focus on treasury bills. I'll focus on maybe euro bonds. So many of these things that one can do to just have enough passive income. I love the way DJ Damarco spoke about money lenders. I like the way he said that he has his $10 million somewhere, and every month he's making the money that he can use to live the life that he has. And that 10 million is still somewhere. That was the life we wanted to have with stupid online investments that we did, that everything zap. But no problem. God gives us multiple chances, and now we have other chances to be able to build our wealth. So it's about building your wealth, actually. Okay, so guys, then he said about welcome the challenge. The challenge will come, no matter what. Challenge in our life, problem not a finish. A finish. So problem will come, but we need to welcome it. How big? He said you are the container. How big are you to be able to contain for more business like that, to be able to scale your business, to grow your business? How big can you be? It depends on what he said last, constantly learning and growing. Nobody is a fountain of knowledge, but if you keep learning, and we're doing book review. In my book group, we have over 200 people. I put it in my Live Good registered member group. I put this in TLI forum. In fact, this is originally meant for TLI members because I run an organization called TLI, and we have members that pay annually to be our members. This is originally meant for TLI members, but how many people do you see in the book review? So that's it. So it's an individual thing. Growing, expanding your knowledge. It's an individual effort. It's commitment. You need to be committed to it. So thank you, guys. Thank you. I love this book. It's rich as well. Okay, guys. So basically, that's it. Do you have anything to say? I hope you've gotten value. And you're going home with something. I hope you've gotten value and you're going home with something. So if I would like you to share your take home with us in this book, for me, what you've gotten from the review from myself and Mr. Kingsley. So what's your take home? What are you taking? I'm a teacher, so when I do training, I don't just want people to tell me great value. I want people to say, oh, this is my take home. This is exactly what I've learned. These are some of the things I'm going on. So please share your take home with us. What are your take home? Share your take home with us. What are the things you're taking from this book? If you want to say something.
Okay, good evening. Wow. I'm having lots of Mama, see the way you're shining. I love your background. Wow, I've read this book before. That was about over 6 years ago. Then when I saw that this is the book topic, I started reading it again, audio book. I slept off. I was not consistent. So I have to just confess my sins. So, but joining this meeting has like awakened all the things I read about it before, So, and the take home for today for me, the one that actually stood out for me among everything that is like your personal experiences. When you started talking about how your hands have been burnt in different online businesses, I could resonate with that. When somebody will finally make money, you will now come and somebody will now carry sweet masks. This one investment from China, this one they know the person, Malaysia, Dubai. They will not carry, especially those Dubai businesses. You not carry your small money. They will make your small money, your small $1,000, make it look like it's very small, that you should do plenty. You not carry the money and now put. By the time you put your $1,000 that is small, low, you not see the capital, you don't see the investment. You just pay 1 or 2 months. I'm not doing again. See, it's where. But God no go shame, God keeps on giving us the multiple opportunities and all of that. So it's just about discipline. For this book, the book is like a total package, a complete, just like a secret of the like name implies, secret of a millionaire's mind. If you really want to make the millions, me, I'm not ashamed to say that I want to make the millions. In fact, today when I went out this morning, I met one woman. She was talking about how she got 40 and her in-law gave her a car, a Honda Pilot. The car was just so fine. I was just admiring the car, like, hey, mama, you're enjoying. No, and because it's even a four wheel and it's automatic. Most 4 wheel I know that I've seen are usually manual. So she was like, I was like, me, I want to, it's just like it also have always known that I always but it's just a conscious mind, especially when you see that people are making money more than you in a business that you started together. Normally, naturally, you just start feeling, hey, God, why? All this type of thing. When am I going to be serious in this? Like when am my own turn going to come? But hearing it that you're having that cultivating that, I think it's just like a positive mind, cultivating that mindset that this thing is that this is what you want. And also recently, one of my neighbor bought a car, and another of my neighbor now came and started gossiping with me and telling me that they don't know where this my neighbor went and borrow car from. I say, is it your car? Is it easy to borrow car in this life? Or you gotta borrow now? Why don't you have? When people have a closed mindset, it's usually very difficult for them. When you look at that person's life, never ever, they are not making any progress and they're just busy criticizing. So if you really want to make millions and millions, you have to really, really like people who are making those millions. No envy. Come out with open mind. And another thing is, if you're not getting it right, be open it and say, I don't know why I'm struggling in this thing. Especially for this, my live good business. I don't know. I've been cracking my head. I say, what am I doing? I say, God, though. Hey, God, mama. People should come and help me. Come and help me. Because some people will not, they're not making progress. They're not talking. They're not making progress. You're busy envying people that are making progress. It's not better for you to just, they should share the secrets with you. In fact, so just have an open mindset to wealth, and the universe, like you said, will make it gravitate to you. That's why 1 cent to this.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
Jane, I didn't tell you to stop wasting your money in network marketing. That is online investment. There's a difference between online business and online investment. Network marketing, there is a business aspect. And for instance, I'm doing Live Good. Live Good is a business. It's not an investment. So on that, so that you get it right, so that you don't get misconstrued. Online investment is the one that you go and put your money and you expect them to give you 1% or 10% or 5%. Most of them do fail, and it's a total waste of money from my own perception. So thank you, guys. So we actually overspent. We were supposed to have left here by 6. Today is 6:15. We are going to video. We're going to pause the video. So, I want to say something because you're mute yourself. Okay, so I want to say thank you to every one of you. Keep reading, keep growing. On the 1st of this month, we post a book on the 1st of every month so that you can read for the month. It's not easy. We are very busy, but take your time. If you can read, if you want that has video listening, and you find out that there is something for you to take home. So it's something that you can use. Only one thing can change the entire course of your life. Only one thing can change the entire course of your life. So guys, bye. Bye-bye. Enjoy your weekend. Mr.